Do you know what your values are? Knowing your values can allow you and will allow you to guide you to not only be true to yourself, but will guide you with your dreams and goals in mind. Um, for me, I have five core values. I live by them every single day because if I don't, then my life is not going to be as amazing as I think it is. And other people may not think my life is all that amazing, but that's not any of my business, right? Because your values fuel your priorities and even dictate your behavior. I'm going to share my core values so that I can explain this a little bit better. So, my core values are freedom, integrity, adventure, joy, and intuition. Freedom. Freedom allows me to be who I am at any given moment. I get to do the work that I love to do. And that's not just one thing. I do multiple things. I'm a virtual assistant sometimes. Sometimes I'm a coach. Sometimes I'm an artist. Sometimes I'm an author. It just depends what I'm feeling that day. And I will feed into that with another core value. But freedom is to literally answer to myself, be able to go on a road trip on the top of my head, go to the shows and festivals that I want to, hang out with my kids, be home with my kid when he's out of school or sick and needs to be home. I don't have to worry about calling anybody going, oh, I can't make it to work. Being freedom means to just be unapologetically me. And that's pretty important because I don't wear makeup. I hardly ever do my hair. I wear cut off shirts. I curse occasionally or a lot. Depends. And I just don't care what other people think. That's my freedom. And I've had to fight that. People are like, oh, you should wear makeup because you'll be more beautiful. Well, who the heck are they to tell me any of that? They're not. You should grow your hair out. No, thank you. I've done that. Don't like it. You should be more feminine. I'm not wired that way. And it's okay. And that is my freedom to express myself in any which way I choose. And then there comes integrity. Because that's probably what fuels my freedom too, is being in having that integrity to go with me. Um, I create art that feels good, makes me feel stand in integrity. I charge prices for my work that make me feel stand in integrity. I keep my word when I say I'm going to do something, even if I hate it. Um, that was probably the biggest thing is I do what I say I'm going to do, and I mean what I say, that kind of a situation, and that's integrity to me. And because freedom is my other core value, they just kind of fuel each other because that just fits my personality. It's just who I am. And then there's adventure. I could hate life if I wanted to, or I could love it and look at it like it is an adventure, which it is. We are not promised tomorrow or the day after. We are here in this moment, and whatever we're going through, we can either hate it or we get to say, I get to live in this moment. I don't know if you're ever wake up on a Monday morning and say to yourself, ugh, I have to get up. I want to challenge you to say, it's Monday and I get to get up. Because you get to. You get to live this life, you get to be present in it, and you get to show up in it. That's all fueling the adventure. The other flip side of that is, excuse me, is that my partner and I will occasionally get in our car with a full tank of gas and start driving without a destination. And one of us, we were like, go left, go right, go straight, or how about that way, or this way. And we've ended up in some of the most amazing places and just experiencing the moment. It is so profound to just get on the road without a destination and just be in that. You don't know where you end up. You're not sure what food you're going to eat. You don't know what you're going to experience along the way. We ended up finding the Paw Paw Tunnel in Maryland that way. And it was beautiful. The kids got to climb. It was quite a few years back, but the kids got to climb and we had to hike and just experience, find this piece of history that we may have not found otherwise had we look on a map, right? Another time, we ended up in near Beckley, West Virginia, and experiencing artworks from all the local artists in that area. The name isn't popping in my head, but I think you'll know what I'm talking about. And it was just such a cool experience. We bought us some jam and some jelly and went home. That's it. We went to Durham, North Carolina on a similar trip and found a park with hiking trails. We wouldn't have found that any other way. Which brings me to my next value that I live by. What brings me joy? If it doesn't bring me joy, do I need to be doing it? And here's the thing. As a business owner, there are some things I have to do that I'm not necessarily a fan of. But I've learned to embrace them and realize that they're just part of business. And if my business brings me joy, then they kind of fall into that category, right? And I wake up every morning. What will bring me joy today? I try to follow a really strict schedule for productivity purposes and making sure I'm getting stuff done and I'm not neglecting anything. Sometimes that's hard. Sometimes I have challenges to be in good spirits. I'm just feeling down and I need to shift gears. And so, what will bring me joy? This could be being outside. It could be going to the gym. It could be creating art or binge watching one of my favorite TV shows. Whatever it is, that is what I do. And the last core value is intuition. When my son was diagnosed with a rare genetic disorder, he was 4. Up until that point, my intuition guided me on how to take care of him. I probably knew within 3 weeks of something wasn't right and went to the doctors and did all the things to figure out what was going on. But my intuition says, give him Pedialyte. Don't give him this. It was just guidance. Your intuition is, in fact, your inner wisdom center. It will know things. It will point you to the red flags. Your gut instinct, that first reaction, is one of the biggest insights you can get. If you ever met somebody and you reacted internally, pay attention to that. It could be a red flag, or it could be like, oh, I need to get to know this person more. If you've ever applied for a job and you're like, oh, that doesn't, there's just something about that, even if the money is really, really great, but there's just something about this job, pay attention to that. Your intuition will support you. It is here to support you. It is probably in the battle with your mind quite a bit because your mind, your ego, is here to keep you safe and your intuition is telling you to leave. So you gotta find that balance. But my intuition probably guides me. When I have a new idea, I check in with it and be like, is this the thing that I need to be doing? And if I get really giddy and excited and high five the universe, that's the thing. And if I'm like, maybe not so much, I'll write it down and let it sit there. Who knows? It might come around to another point where I'm a little bit more excited about. So just kind of figuring out what your 5 core values or your values are can be really, really helpful as you're following your dreams and goals because it helps you prioritize what's most important to you and it will help pretty much dictate your behavior. If freedom is my core value, but I don't necessarily like the schedule, it's still going to be helpful because I can be more productive. It just all kind of feeds into this thing. So yeah, what are your core values?